Are you okay so far, Kirana?
Yeah.
On ACM. So are you at part B already? Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I see. Okay, so AC so far so good. 21.1, does it make sense or not visually?
Yeah.
You may want to put the units though. If not, you lose some marks. All right, so the next 2 marks, find angle ACB. Which triangle? I suppose triangle. ACB also, like, yeah? All right. Okay, do you have enough information? You need to know at least 3.
Wait.
How many things do you know now? How many things do you know now regarding the triangle?
Yeah.
I think you know what to do already. So for now, that's fine. Okay, so far so good, Kirana. Your basics are good. The volume is
Wait, how to?
all right. How to
I
find the
only know
area,
how
right?
to do the triangle.
I mean, you found the angle, which is great, angle ACB. Why would they ask you to do that? Now, regarding the volume of the ramp, you know that this is a prism. Would that be okay? Right? The prism, yeah, correct. This is a prism.
Yeah.
So, do you know how to calculate the volume of a prism?
Is there like some formula?
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there. Sorry, I'm gonna stop you there. Right? Again, prism is also something very visual. They don't teach you that way though. I'm gonna stop you there, okay? Now, I give you two options. Okay, two options. First, you have the triangle area, the ABC area. Okay, that's one area. Secondly, you have the rectangle area. The rectangle area is the BCDE, the 15 times 24. So far, so good. Look at your drawing. Look at the question. Look at the question, right? You have two options, the triangle ABC area or the area of rectangle BCDE. Okay? Which area do you think you need for the volume? Never mind the formula. If you just remember anything, you will remember roughly that you need an area for the volume. The question is, which area? Which one do you think is what you need?
The two triangles and the rectangle.
You mean you need the area of the triangle and the area of the rectangle? Is that what you mean? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, now regarding the volume of the prism, the volume is very simple. Is the correct area, not telling you which one, but the correct area times the correct height. So I guess we can be wrong in the area and the height, which is why the correct is very important. Correct area times correct height. Very simple to remember. Volume is meter cube. Area is meter square. Height is meter. Meter square times meter is meter cube. That's why the volume formula is the correct area times the correct height. Okay? Yeah. So which one is the correct area and the correct height? No idea? Okay, let's revise, okay? Okay. Imagine that I have a bread. This is a bread, Kirana. Okay? This is a bread. You're very hungry. Your dad bought a bread. For some reason, the bread is not cut. So you cannot just eat it directly. But you're very hungry. You want some supper. So how are you going to cut this bread? Tell me. Yeah, I'm going to give you a few options. Do you cut it like that?
No.
Is that how you cut a bread? Okay, no. If you try to cut it this way, I think your mom will slap you, right? The reason is because I think the bread becomes very difficult to eat by other people. Do you cut it this way?
No.
This way?
No.
What's the correct way of cutting the bread?
Like on top.
You mean like this? This on top, what?
Then turn your.
Turn. Turn like that? What do you want me to do?
Like.
How? How? How will you cut it?
Is it vertically?
I'm sorry? Vertical. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And I agree with you. And your mom will agree with you. Your dad will agree with you. Everybody should cut the bread this way. No need to think one. Correct or not? You automatically know that cutting this is wrong, cutting this is wrong. Everything is wrong except for one way of cutting, the correct way of cutting the bread. Now, even though you know, everybody have common sense, is what I'm trying to say. So this question is only common sense. This is a prism, Why is this a prism? Because if you cut the correct way using common sense, that's all you need. You only need common sense, not formula. The formula doesn't tell you which one is the correct area. If you cut this way, do you notice that no matter where you cut, the shape will be the same one? Like cut here, hey, I get the same, I cut here, same thing. I cut here, the same thing. I cut here, the same thing. I cut here, the same thing. Do you understand?
Mm.
That's why
Yeah.
normally when you buy bread, the bread will be cut that way because no matter what, the slice is the same. Correct? But if you cut this way, the slice will be different, and it's very annoying to person who trying to eat. Some slice is smaller, sometimes it's bigger. Again, you cut this way, all the sizes will be the same. That's why we call it the correct way of making cutting bread, or the common sense way lah. Correct or not? Okay, so far so good. Now,
Yeah.
apply your common sense because the formula doesn't tell you. What is the correct way of cutting this weird bread? Imagine that the question is a bread. What's the correct way of cutting this bread? You're going to use your pen as a knife. This is a weird bread. Cut it, please. Your mom just bought a weird bread. Maybe it's a cake.
Like,
I don't know. How do you cut it? Okay, again, align your knife properly. I don't think you're aligning the knife properly. Like that. If you cut like that, every slice, the shape is
same.
the shape is the
Same.
yeah. I know which is what shape in this case,
Triangle.
and that is the correct area. Using your common sense, the correct area for this guy is the triangle, not the rectangle. Okay. Correct cutting, correct height. Even though this doesn't look like height, does this look like a height? Does this look like a
No.
height? It does not, but who cares? You're cutting correctly. The volume of this prism is this circle, which you're cutting correctly. Understand? You're cutting
Yeah.
correctly. And then the correct height is this one, no matter the fact that it does not look like a height at all. Understand?
Yeah.
Nobody cut a bread like this. That's so annoying. But if you are going to cut the bread like this, you still cut like that. Why? Because every time you cut, you will get a circle, and therefore the height is this one. Now, this explains why the drawing is rarely in the correct position, because nobody cut a bread like that. If you want to cut the bread correctly, you have to lay it down. The height no longer becomes the height, even though it is the height. Do you understand?
Yeah. Mm.
So use your common sense. What's the correct area? The triangle. What's the correct height?
This one.
Correct. Do you understand how to use your common sense?
Yeah.
Good. Now find the area. Can you do that? You need a special formula. Yes, the area sign. Good. The area sign. You're using it correctly. Okay, do you understand? That is the volume of prism. Every time you deal with prism, you just think about common sense cutting bread.
Mm.
Okay, if you understand what's going on, 3 mark, very easy one.
Mm.
Okay, right. Now, a pole is made vertically. The moment you say vertical, do you know what's going on? Angle of elevation. Do you know what's going on? You got to draw a new triangle. Do you understand? You got to do it. Okay, got to draw that. Okay, be prepared. you gotta draw a new triangle. Confirm one. Okay, the new triangle better have letters. If you do not have the show me a triangle. Show me a triangle. Okay, you name the thing F, right? So F is the F is the top of the pole. Am I correct?
Yeah.
You have something wrong. The triangle is wrong. Oh my goodness. Why do you include F? Why do you include F? Why do you want the triangle FED? The F is on the drawing. There's F on top of E. Why do you want F? I get it if you want D and E. The question at least say that there's D and there's E. But why the heck do you want F?
Oh,
Do you mean the F on the drawing or is it something new? Look at the question, there is F there. Is that what you mean by F?
that was from the drawing.
Be careful when choosing triangles, okay? Be careful when choosing points. Be careful. In angle of elevation, usually you have to draw a new triangle anyway, usually.
Mm.
Again, start from horizontal. This triangle is the contains a horizontal. The horizontal should
But
contain D and
frequency
E
is
because
like up, down, right?
like level 1 and level 28 lah, like just now. Make sense? Okay, but you don't have a point. You can name the point anything you want, just don't name it F lah. Because F is already used. Yeah, I cannot see your drawing. Okay, don't have to show me the question, okay? Don't have to show me the question. You already gave me the question. Just show me the working. Okay, good. So if you don't have a name for the top, you label it yourself. Don't leave it empty. You need the label. Label it anything you want. Don't put A. Oi, Kiran. Can I use A, B, C, D, E, F? Why? Tell me why.
Use 30.
Correct. Huh? Z is fine. Good. Now, what else? It's not a triangle yet. Okay, there's E, definitely, I think. Okay. All right. What did I teach you about the triangle?
90.
The 90 is fine, and that is correct. That's not what I teach you only. I teach you for a triangle, you need to
3 points.
not 3 points, 3 things, 3 information. Their job to ensure you have, your job to find it. So you found 1, you found 2, which is great. And I think you got all 3. Okay, once you get 3, you can decide what to do already. What to use, no problem. Later you show me your working. Yeah?
Mm.
Okay, looks good, right? I think you're correct. Good. Okay, now do you know how to do part E? This is the hardest 3 marks. Okay. I'm sorry, why did you start with 450 meters square? Sorry.
The question says it.
No, the question didn't say 450 meters square. Wait, seriously, Kirana, did the question say 450 meters square?
No.
So what does the question say? Sorry, confirm.
CM
Okay,
square.
cm square, just to confirm, they are different, yeah? They're very different. So just be careful. Now, this is the hard question. The rest is quite standard already. E is the harder one. Do you understand the question first?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you know how to start?
I don't know if need to convert or like just leave it like that.
Then perhaps you shouldn't do it first, if that makes sense. Would that okay? Would that be okay? Maybe later. I don't think that's the first step anyway. I don't think. Is there anything else that you can start with?
I thought it's like the volume divide the area then times the 30.25.
You're not making any sense. As per usual, this is a visual question. If you don't understand it visually, you are just wrong. If you understand it, you stand a very high chance. That's just you. So let's use it as your strength. You weren't imagining it properly, by the way, just now, yeah? So here's the bread. We are still talking about the same bread, right? The bread in front of you is triangle. The bread in front of me is circular, cylinder, whatever. It's a bread, okay?
Mm.
Now, you don't paint the bread. You cover it with the frosting, okay? So I cover it with all the frosting. I cover it here, I cover it here, I cover it here, I cover it here. Do you like frostings?
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's very sweet. Don't like it at all. But you like it, so I cover everything with frosting. Better, right? It's a better. It's not a cake, right? It's no longer a bread. It's not a cake. And then I still cut it the same way, lah. Okay, but the point is, I cover the cake with frosting. That's painting the bread, lah. The only thing I should paint a bread with is with frosting because I can eat it. Make sense? Now, let me rephrase the question for you. In front of you, it's not a ram, it's a bread. All faces of the bread. You like frosting, right? So frost everything, correct? All faces of the bread, including the base, are covered with a layer of frosting. However, the frosting does quite a lot. I mean, frosting is nice, so it costs $30.25 per liter. A frosting costs that much. And then they tell you each liter of frosting can cover 45 centimeters square. And then they ask you, so how much money do you need to pay for the frosting? Okay, frosting, and frosting. That is the situation right now. Just to be clear, we understand it correctly.
Mm.
Now, for the question maker, Every time they ask volume, they cannot resist to do something. Every time they ask for volume, soon enough, they will invent a question so that you will do the surface area. To them, volume and surface area go hand to hand. To them lah, right? The volume is the easier one. The surface area is the harder one. That's just how it is. They cannot resist asking you one without asking the other. When I take this bread and apply frosting, does the volume matter or not? Does the volume matter? Think carefully. This is a bread, you like frosting. Does the volume matter?
No.
And you will be right. Just now you say the working is take the volume divided by this area. I'm not sure what that means, but I think when applying frosting, the volume doesn't matter. Same like you. Because if the volume matters, it will be like filling the frosting. That is the volume. Huh? Like the bread is empty, I'm filling the frosting. Hey, I don't like that kind of cake. That's too much frosting. Correct or not? Frosting should just be on the surface. That's enough. That's enough to make a cake. No matter how weird the shape of the cake, you just frost the outside lah, not the inside lah. Some people frost between layer, it's still not the inside. Make sense, yeah?
Yeah.
So I did tell you, if they ask for volume, soon enough, they'll ask for surface area. Do you think this question is a surface area question?
Yeah.
Because that's just how frosting works. The surface area is what is important. Is that enough hint?
Yeah.
All right, then tell me, what are you going to do?
The surface area for the triangle ABC and FED is already
Found. Correct.
right?
Just have to use it. You are right. That correct area, remember that's called the correct area for the volume, right? Correct area is useful for both volume and surface area. It's always true one. So far so good? It's always true. So next time in the exam, you find the area, you'll use it twice for volume and for surface area. So good for you. Then what? Then how? You have to frost everything, right? You like it anyway. Frosting everything.
15 times 24 then.
Okay, you also found that, so good.
16 times 24.
You mean 16 times 24, correct? 16, yeah? Okay, also correct. You frost that part, you frost this part, and then anything else to frost?
21.1 times 24.
And now you know why they ask you to find the length AC, because they're trying to help you. Understand? They were trying to help you. Go ahead. Can I see the working? It looks great so far. I think the 112, yeah, I think it's great. Okay, and then this one divided by 3. Oh, it's just nice 3. Already. Yeah.
No,
Oh, it's just nice. Oh,
need to
wow,
round
that's so
up.
nice. Oh, round up. Better not round up.
And not round up, round down.
Better not round down. Better not round down.
Why?
Don't round up. Well, okay, let me ask you, why would you want to round up or round down? Why?
No, because if you round up, then it becomes 4. Then that's not the.
No. Why
That's
do
the
you need to round? Why do you need to round? No, there must be a reason to round things up one or round things down. Why are you rounding things?
my teacher said last time. That's why I always do.
Teacher say what? Look, the calculator say it's more than 3, right? Correct or not? It's more than 3. Okay, now show me the number in the calculator. Show me the number. Stop applying what your teacher say without thinking about it. Your common sense is strong, Kirana. You believe that your common sense is strong. Now, what does your common sense tell you? You need more than 3 liters. That part is clear. Correct or not? But your answer currently is to buy 3 liters. Correct or not? Because you only prepare money for 3 liters.
Mm,
Will you be able to cover all this bread with frosting?
no.
No. So is that a good idea to buy 3 liters?
No.
Clear, yeah? So your option is to buy 3.27 or to buy 4. Because at least if you buy 4, you have enough. Make sense? All you
Yeah.
have to think about in this situation, should I buy 4 or 3.27? Definitely not buy 3. Use your common sense. Okay? Each question's common sense is different, you see. And your rounding off also, okay, now it's good. Kirana, remember, each question's common sense is different. Some common sense, you go and take 3. In this case, it's not a common sense to take 3. You must take 3.27 or more, either one. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay, common sense, yeah? Use questions, you deal with the question using your common sense. And you get a slightly more expensive one. You buy a little bit more than 3 liter. I guess that makes some sense. Okay, now I don't have to teach you to divide by 450. This is a proof that your common sense is correct. It's just that your thinking originally, you don't understand the question. Now you do. Now, listen to me, Kirana. I can guarantee you 2 things, right? First of all, I tell you, if they ask you for volume, soon enough, they'll ask you a question about what?
Huh?
Come on, I tell you, surface area. But they will hide it smartly. They hide it. I'm the one that told you this is surface area. You can bet next time they may hide it, they may not. They may not, but they may. Can understand?
Okay.
In this question, though, they at least tell you about phase. So phase is surface area. So I guess they're giving you some hint, hoping that you will understand. Hoping lah. Okay, but remember my guideline. My guideline is always, if they ask you for volume, soon enough, they'll ask you for surface area one. Whether they hide or not, that's up to them. So you think like that. Okay? You think like that. Okay? And yeah, you think like that. In the question, next time, you think like that. Okay, we still have 27 minutes. Do you need some rest? Okay, we have a triangle. Comparatively, this is extremely easy. No, this is not even worth doing. This is very easy. Yeah, up to you if you want to. I think this is too easy for you already.
Can I just do it though? Because it's my homework.
No problem. Just checking, Kirana, you look great. Are you okay so far?
Yeah.
Oh, oh, okay, right.
You have to do this question because got
Question 11A. Yeah? Okay, good. Now let me look at it. Okay, glad to know that question is smooth. And still very small. Let me make it bigger. All right, 11. He also wants sin sine BAC. He wants sine BAC. All right. So again, according to the node 3 rule, currently the triangle only node 2. Am I correct?
yeah,
Whose responsibility to give you 3 information?
one angle
Whose responsibility?
question.
Yeah, the question maker, and he will try to hide it if you want to make it harder lah. So he hide it in the form of giving you sine BAD. A bit confusing lah, correct? It's a bit confusing, I must admit. So why is he giving me sine BAD? What's going on here? I need BAC, not BAD. Now, clearly he knows that. Okay? And clearly he will give you something, to hide BAC, but can be used to find BAC. Okay, clearly lah. Okay. Now, one more time. In this question, sometimes in this question, we don't need BAC, we just need the sine. Because look at that. Calculate the area of triangle ABC, right? We will need the sine of the angle instead of the angle, correct? That's why the question part A asks you, find sine BAC instead of the angle BAC, instead of. Because if you have the sine BAC, you can already find the area. You don't need the angle. Am I correct to say that? Okay, now I'll give you 2 hints, okay? 2 hints. They're hiding it in BAD. You want BAC, okay? So if you have sine BAD, isn't it a simple matter to find BAD? Isn't it? Your Tokaso is on that level, you're quite good. If they give you sine BAD, what's so difficult in finding angle BAD if that is what you want? Am I correct? Do you understand what I'm saying, Kirana?
No.
Hey, Kirana, start thinking. I know that you can do this. In the Jamboard, page 20, yeah? Sorry, drawing pad off. Okay, in the triangle, I have sine BAD, he say, right? Equals to 3/5. Let me confirm one thing with you. Is knowing triangle BAD useful for you? Useful or not?
Then
Useful or not?
yeah.
Okay, then let me ask you again. You know this. If you have sine BAD equals to 3/5, is finding angle BAD that hard?
You mean BC?
Oh man. Your teacher don't teach this. Page 20. I'm sorry. Let me just share my screen. What am I talking about? Let me just share my screen. Sorry. Make your life easier. Sorry, yeah. So now I'm sharing my screen already. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. So one more time. Sine BAD 3/5. You want angle BAD. I teach you this. Dor, right? Dor. I want the sine gone. How do you make the sine gone? Come on, Dor. What can I do to make the sine gone? Yeah, correct. Sine inverse the left-hand side. They are both gone. Don't forget to sine inverse the right-hand side. Your teacher don't teach you this, maybe, but I teach you that. So that why? So that you can do this if you want to. Do you understand?
Wait, but if it's like that, then it's doesn't make sense.
Correct, because it's an acute angle, correct?
Yeah.
Now, tell me the acute angle first.
36.9,
I think. 30.9, yeah. Okay, now, let me explain a little bit. Yeah? Okay, now this is something they are testing you. They're testing you something very specific. Now, let's use the angle 40, just for clarity's sake. Okay, 40. Sorry, just a minute. Now, let's be clear that 40 degree is not equal to 140 degree. Let's just be clear. It's not, okay?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not. One looks like that, that's 40, and one looks like that, 140. Okay, clear. One is acute, one is obtuse. They are not the same at all. But they are testing you on something like this. Sine 40, press your calculator, sine 40.
Yeah.
Is it equal to sine 140?
No.
They are. Try.
Huh?
Try. Try.
Sine.
They are the same.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now let me confirm. Your teacher mentioned something like this. Your teacher mentioned something like this. Correct or not?
Mm,
No? Yes? No? Okay.
a
Now
bit.
there's a relation. Yes or no?
A bit only.
Okay. Right. Look, there is a relationship between 40 and 140. There's a relationship. 40 is here, the acute one. This is 140. Okay, they are in one line, total 180 lah. There's a relationship. Okay, Ken?
Mm,
So even though 40 degree is not the same as 140, I agree. But the sign is the same. It's very weird. Okay. The cosine, might as well just tell you that the cosine is almost the same.
mm,
It's not exactly the same, but it's almost the same. Go and find. Compare cosine 40 and cosine 140. They are almost the same.
yeah, it's just cosine 140 is
Minus.
negative.
Right. So since it's math, they insist on making things the same, then you either put the minus here or you put the minus here. Anything is fine. Do you understand? Just put minus in one side, everything will be fine.
Mm.
Okay, clear, yeah? Clear. So your teacher did mention this to you, and I guarantee you they like to test this a lot. Don't ask me why. They like it. It's not a lot of marks. It's quite easy to solve. If you know, if you don't know, well, just abandon lah. It won't lose you a lot of marks. This is not as critical as everything we talk about today. This is the least critical one. But there you go. We will use this. Now, what's the relationship with your result just now? The problem is calculator, when using inverse, will always give you the acute one. Now, one more time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
180 minus the angle.
Yeah, if you want the angle of BAD, it will be 180 minus that. Now, I'm going to show you using a calculator, okay? I'm going to ask you to press sine 140. Press sine 140 first. Okay, you'll get some sort of number. Tell me when you're done. Okay, done, right? And now I want you to sine inverse the answer. Sine inverse the answer. Sine inverse answer button, right? Okay, now what do you get? Did you get 140?
Yeah.
Let me show it to me. Did you get 40? Really? Did you get 40? 140? How come I cannot see your video? Wait, yeah, okay. No, you get 40, not 140. Just now I asked you to sine 140, Wait, go up, please. Up arrow, please. Up arrow. Come up arrow. Up arrow. Yeah, good. Okay. Sine 140. And then you sine inverse this. He does not give you 140. Instead, he gives you 40. Do you understand? The calculator gives you the acute option, never the obtuse option. Never. Even though it's clearly obtuse. Why? Because he knows, you know also, the sine acute equals to the sine obtuse. So the calculator takes a shortcut. Whenever you do inverse, he just assumes you want the acute one. If you want the obtuse one, you figure it out yourself. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Try one more time. Okay, try one more time. Sine 151.1. No. Sine 153.1. Show it to me. Sine 153.1. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I said sine 143.1. Sorry. Sine 143.
143.
Yeah, 143.1. Sorry. Okay, now I want you to sine inverse the answer button. You never use the answer button. Sine inverse, answer button. Show me the answer button. Yeah, I don't want you to do this. You're not using the answer button. Cancel everything inside and then press the answer button. Delete. Sine inverse, answer button. Answer button. Ah, good. Bracket. Press. Okay, which is what? 36.9. Okay, one more time. You learn something about the answer button. It's just way easier. Okay, you don't have to memorize things, right? Please use the answer. It'll give you the full significant figure, always important. And then just now, you go from 143.1 into 36.9. Do you know what happened? Why is that so?
Acute.
Okay, because it's acute going to obtuse or obtuse going to acute. Right? So now, what is the angle of BAD? It's not 36.9. I am very glad you realize it doesn't make sense. This is why your visual sense is always very sharp one. Always very sharp. You should be converting 36.9 into 143.0. Okay, this thing lah. Okay, and if you want, you can sign inverse this again. Now, sign the answer. Now you want sign 180 minus answer. Sorry, that's what you want. That's what you want. I'm sorry.
Sine.
I'm sorry. 18. Sorry, you want this one is the BAD. Am I correct? This is an angle BAD lah.
Yeah.
Now, what is the BAC?
BAC.
I'm sorry. This angle is BAC or BAD?
BAC.
BAC, correct. Then you just have to sign this back, okay? If you want to sign the BAC, you just have to sign this back lah. Right? Correct.
Sorry, just leave it like that, right?
No. He wants sine of this angle, not the angle. He does not want the angle. He wants the sine. Read the question.
Oh.
So sine the angle. You have the angle, just sine the angle. Is this confusing?
And then
Why do you never use the answer button here? Go and use the answer button. Right now, if you use the answer button, you will be wrong. Why? Because the answer already changed just now to 0.6. You have to go back to the previous one first, the sine inverse 3/5. Hey. Stop doing this. Stop remembering the answer. Use the answer button. Now press sine inverse 3/5. This is a bad habit. One day it'll cost you 2 or 3 marks one. Until you're very good, don't waste the 2 or 3 marks. Okay, this one. You want this, right? Stop memorizing this. Just sign answer. Stop memorizing things. Sign answer. Yes. Equal? Do you understand why I'm asking you to use the answer button?
yeah.
Because you don't have to memorize and it will be full significant figure. All right? This will be way better than 5 significant figure. Way better. Never penalize for this one. You can write your 5 significant figure. In your calculator, don't use 5 significant figure. Use the full significant figure. You will not be penalized. I guarantee you. Okay? Can, yeah? Wait. You okay or not, Kiran?
Yeah.
Okay, now for part A, do you know what's the answer of sine BAC?
The answer.
Yeah. Find the value of sine BAC. Do you know what's the answer?
3 out of 5.
Okay, 3 out of 5. And then can you calculate the area? You really like to do this, isn't it? You really like to use 5SF, even though it's not the best option. I get your habit. Now, why would they ask you to find sine BAC if not to make your life easier? You already know sine BAC. What is sine BAC?
3 out of 5.
Now, is it better to use sine 36.870 or is it better to use 3/5?
3 over 5.
All right, please do so. because it's 1 mark, I think they'll be sensitive if you don't use the 3/5. I think they'll be very sensitive about it. Stop doing sine 3/5. So, this is totally confusing you, isn't it? Is the angle 3/5? Is the angle 3/5? What you put inside the sine is the angle. Is 3/5 the angle?
No.
So the angle is 36.87. I get it. Okay, I get it. What is sine of 36.87 something, something, something?
This.
Oh man. I'm gonna write something in the share screen. I'm gonna share something on share screen. So the area half times. This is all correct. Your basics are all correct, but they managed to mess you up some. Sine the angle BAC. Even this is all correct. Now watch carefully. Okay, watch carefully. If you don't understand, we're still gonna stop. The angle of BAC, I agree, is 36.87 something something. That's great. No problem. The sine BAC, no matter what you do, please, this is not 36.87. What is sine BAC? They already asked you to find it in the first part. What is it? They asked you to find it in the first part. What is it?
3/5.
So can you please change all this into 3/5, if that makes sense to you? This is not sine 3/5. This is 3/5 because sine BAC equals to 3/5.
So it's sine brackets sine minus 1 3/5.
Oh, man. On top, they ask you sine BAC. You answer 3/5. You are correct. And here, sine BAC is 3/5. So in the formula of the area, you need sine BAC. Just change all this to 3/5 because sine BAC is 3/5.
So it's just 3/5.
You still sound you are not sure, but look at the top one. Sine BAC is equal to 3/5. Show me the calculator. Okay, not 0.6 something, something, something. It's really 3/5. Now, this is the answer. For now, that's it, right? For now, that's it. All right. When I see you next week, you have finished your EMAT, isn't it?
No.
Oh, not yet. Okay. Then if you want, we can practice more next week, right? For you. All right. I'll see you next week, Kirana. Still very good job today. Please don't remember the last question. I remember the first few questions. That was so good. All right. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ya, oke Ritzel, ngecek aja gimana soal-soal tadi? Sama apakah nggak pernah lihat sebelumnya? Ini banyak segitiga ya.
Iya,
Gimana? Masih baru juga?
iya,
Oke, maka
masih
sama
baru.
lah ya. Oke, ini beda aja ya, beda aja apa namanya? Beda aja apa kurikulumnya.
Hmm.
Tadi kan banyak sin nama cosinus ya, betul ya? Sin,
Iya,
cosinus itu, sin cosinus kayaknya sih ada ya di kurikulumnya Ritzel ya, bener nggak?
ada.
Tapi yang soal-soalnya itu cara makainya mungkin agak berbeda ya, gitu kira-kira mungkin ya.
Iya, gak ada segitiga gitu.
Oke. Segitiganya aneh banget lah, mungkin kelihatannya gitu kali ya. Apa ini, apa
Hmm.
itu, apa ini. Oke, ya. Ya memang kurikulumnya beda aja. Oke, nanti
Ya,
kan barusan QQ WhatsApp Ritzel. Jadi kayaknya pertama QQ harus kirim Ritzel itu apa namanya, nanti lihat di WA-nya lah. Perlu kirimin bukunya buat belajar. Itu kayaknya lebih gampang. Keterangannya lebih lengkap di sana. Oke, habis
ya,
itu pelan-pelan kita coba
betul.
kuasai lah. Nah, di situ Rizal akan tahu bisa apa enggak. Sebenarnya dibilang susah banget enggak kok. Cuma Rizal sama sekali enggak terbiasa, makanya bingung gitu. Terus nggak ada yang jelasin kan? Kan Kikyo nggak bisa jelasin sama Rizal. Kikyo lagi jelasin sama anaknya. Anaknya aja struggle kok. Ini anaknya
Ya,
cukup pintar loh. Ini anaknya cukup pintar, nilainya bagus, latihannya mantap, tetap dia bingung. Cuma kalau dijelasin, dia ngerti. Dia aja perlu dijelasin. Padahal sudah belajar di sekolah. Ya, apalagi Ritzel. Ritzel kan tidak belajar di sekolah, pasti bingung lah.
ya,
Kira-kira begitu. Ya.
ya,
Jadi ini masih perasaan yang normal lah buat Ritzel. Jangan-jangan besok ya masih sama lagi, ya istilahnya apa ya? Ya pokoknya dibiasakan dulu lah. Sampai nanti bukunya nyampe itu nanti lebih gampang.
ya.
Oke,
Oke,
ya sabar ya.
oke,
Oke, Rizal. Jadi besok kalau sempat ya masuk aja. Oke, see you
oke.
tomorrow. Dah.
Iya.